honestly, on camera, the paint doesn't look that bad on this car.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be doing a little bit of paint work on the STI. It needs it really bad, and it actually hasn't really been driven since the last time I washed it, but I figured that if I'm gonna be doing some paint correction, I might as well give it one last final wash to get any invisible dirt and debris that has been sitting on the car since the last time it's been washed off the car, so that way we get it as best as possible.
I'll never say that this car is a show car because it's not.
A lot of paint work that honestly I probably won't do or pay to have done. I would like to get what paint is on there in the best possible condition. We're gonna get it corrected and ceramic coated so that it's looking nice and fresh again. I'm not a professional detailer, but I'm gonna try my best.
So I've already clay barred the car once, but I think I'm gonna clay bar it one more time just to make sure that all the contaminants and dirt is out of the surface layer of the paint. Can never hurt to do things twice, but after that,
We're gonna go into a little bit of a paint correction. Now, I'm not, like I said, not a professional detailer. Don't claim to be, I will never claim to be,
but I try my best. So we have some compound, we have some polish, and of course we have the ceramic coating that's gonna be going on it. I've got some clay bar and some fresh new pads ready to go. So
I'm gonna get it clay bar down first. I know they sell some like clay bar specific spray for the car, but I don't even bother with that. I just use the foam cannon and use the soap from the foam cannon as a lubricant. I think it does the same job. I'm sure there'll be someone in the comments that corrects me and tells me how horrible it is, but honestly, I don't really care. So let's get it clay barred. The more and more I look at this car, it just needs a respray. I'm not gonna be the one to do it, but
I mean, whoever worked on this car last did a terrible job. And that's just like cheap filler that doesn't even match the actual color of the car. Obviously the roof, horrible, the paint's cracking. There was some little bit of Bondo work and that's why it's cracking here, paint's cracking there.
I think maybe this car got resprayed at one point and whoever did it just did an absolute horrendous job at it. So a little bit of a bummer, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna try to make this paint as good looking as we can, but there's only so much I can do.
So I've got the car all dried off, ready to go, ready to start polishing.
I think I'm gonna start over here on this passenger side fender because there's the most,
I'm not that afraid if I mess up on this panel because it's already got some damage up here. I'm gonna start with the blue compound and this microfiber pad. I'm gonna get the air compressor all set up so that I can blow out the pad when I need to, but I'm probably just gonna throw you guys up on a tripod and time lapse this. Just sit back and enjoy it.
So I just did about 3 passes on this front fender, and I kind of want to show you guys the difference. It's really hard to tell in this white paint, especially because like on metallic paint, like on the M340 out there, or any just metallic paint, it's super easy to see swirls and scratches, whereas on this non-metallic paint, it's a little bit harder in my mind to see the swirls, but I'll try to do my best to show you guys.
So here we have the hood, and I don't even know, the light might just wash it out a little bit much. Yeah, I mean it's super hard to tell, but see if I can get it a different area. No, I mean
it's super hard to tell. There definitely is a difference. Obviously it's gonna look a little bit better once I get the polish, but I need to get the whole car under compound first. Each panel is gonna probably take 2 to 3 passes, and I noticed something a little bit different. So on the 2006 and 2007, I don't know exactly what the name of the paint is called, but the white paint that came on those cars, it's a metallic white. I think that's what they use to fill some of these little areas and these scratches in, because I don't know if you can tell, the light's gonna wash it out really bad. But there's like a little bit of, there we go, you can kind of see it. See that flaking in there? It means that they fixed this car with paint from a different car. So it just kind of shows like, when you look at the finer details on this thing, that like they did not do a very good job. I wish this car was that metallic white. I still like the Aspen white, but I really like the metallic white better. Yeah, so I'm gonna throw you guys back on the tripod and get back to work. As I'm going through this car, I'm slowly realizing that this paint is a lot more scratched than I thought it was. Some of these panels are taking 3 to 4 passes, so I'm not sure if I'm not using enough product or if I'm not going slow enough, but I'm kind of mixing it up, mixing my style up, trying to figure out the best way to get these scratches out and get this paint looking better. Like I said, I'm not a professional detailer. This is kind of like my first real paint correction on a car. Paint correcting the blue car I wouldn't even call it a paint correction. I did a one-step polish before I ceramic coated it, but for a car that was right off the lot, there wasn't any damage to the paint itself. Maybe some light level scratches. So to me, that was super easy. But this is a lot different. I mean, it's almost a 20-year-old car, and the paint and the clear coat has seen time. So you won't be able to tell, but it's coming along. I've been working on this segment right here. You won't be able to tell on this white paint, but it's looking better. It's not 100% yet, but I'm getting there. There's no way I'm gonna finish this whole car tonight. I don't even think I'm gonna finish going through on a cut on this car. So this is gonna be probably a couple day video. I'm just gonna keep working, keep moving, pump the tunes up, and keep going. So I've got the entire front half of the car done. Both front fenders, the hood, both front doors, and the front half of the roof. And I think it looks pretty good for a first pass. I'll call it first pass because I might do another pass tomorrow. But I want to wait till tomorrow morning when I have a little bit more light in here. So I want to be able to, and it's really dark in the back side of the garage. And I just want to wait till tomorrow morning. So of course this is just a cut. This is in the polish yet. So the polish we're probably going to also do tomorrow. But I think for just a cut, it's looking there's a lot more sheen in the paint. Obviously stuff like this, it's a little bit of paint transfer and just some bad touch-up paint work. Polish and cutting is not going to fix that, but that's okay. For what it's worth, I think it looks pretty good for right now. So I'm going to get things wrapped up, get a little bit cleaned up, and we'll get back at it tomorrow morning. Whole car has been done a couple times over with the compound. Now it's time to move on to the actual polish and do the entire thing over again. Yeah, it's gonna take forever.
So she's all wrapped up, all polished. Well,
she's not wrapped up, but she's polished. It's never going to be perfect, but I'm working with 20-year-old paint and I'm doing the best that I can.
So the next step is to get the whole car wiped down with some isopropyl alcohol to get any remnants of the polish and compound off the car. And then I want to, before I ceramic coat it, I want to get this black trim restorer on it because I want this to be under the ceramic coat. So I have some surface prep,
which is essentially just isopropyl alcohol that I'm going to wipe down the whole car with, and then we can try out this black trim restorer. I really hope it works. All the other stuff I've used in the past, other companies, it's maybe lasted like a couple days or like one wash maybe, and then it's just kind of gone back to its original faded black plastic. But hopefully this works. So let's try it.
Turned out pretty good. I went through and got every single piece of black plastic trim coated.
It definitely looks a lot better than when it started.
And we got up front here on the grill.
So now we're finally on to the last step, which is actually ceramic coating the car. Before I do that first, I don't have it yet, but I'm going to get some oxidation remover for these windows. They're really oxidized and I couldn't polish it out with the polish that I had. So I'm gonna have to get something with a little bit more juice behind it to get that oxidation out because it's on every single window. This car needs a retint. The tint in there is really bad. Tell like the back windows have got like that purple tint, which I don't really like. So that'll happen another time though. It's finally time to get the ceramic coating on this stuff. The ceramic coating part is actually the fastest part throughout this entire process.
This stuff is super simple. You just spray it on a cloth,
wipe it down, and then you let it sit. And this and the
black trim restorer
need some time to cure. So won't be driving the car today at all. Not that I really planned on it, but
it'll need to cure overnight
and then it'll be ready to go. I think at some point in the future I will come back and do all the black trim again
just to give it time, first coat, for it to soak in and kind of take effect, but
it will definitely need it again. I mean, all that trim was super oxidized and disgusting and gross, so
go through and give it one more coat, but
this thing looks really good.
The ceramic coat really gives it that shine that it has been lacking this whole time, and I think it turned out really awesome. Obviously there's still, you know, the damage in the paint that needs to be fixed, and the roof is not where it's at, and it looks so much better than it did before. I mean, it's been a lot of work, but I'm super happy with the way this turned out. I coated the taillights too and the STI logo. When I polished the STI logo, it actually made it a lot brighter than it was, so that's cool too. The whole bumper looks really good, and I'm just super happy with the way that this turned out. But yeah, I think I will go over it one more time with the coating because the spray coating is a little bit more diluted than the little like 60 ml bottle that they sell. So I want this to last a little bit longer, and I don't know if doing 2 coats will make it last longer, but if I do 2 coats and then I cover all the areas that I maybe missed with the first coat, then that'll be better. But I'll do that off camera. But yeah, this looks super good. I'm going to do the wheels at some point too. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think if like an actual professional detailer came in and looked at it, he would say that it was terrible, but I'm not a professional detailer. So before I end this video, I want to show you guys something super cool. I recently picked up some different mounts for my Insta360 camera. These Insta360s are super cool, and I'm sure you guys have seen some of the video that they can produce. I wanted to find a way to mount it to the car like that. Sick, dude. Now we can get some cool driving vids. Just something kind of neat coming to the channel soon. Gonna get some cool driving vids of this car and some other cars.
but I couldn't do that until now. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Let me know what you guys think of how the car looks. I think it turned out awesome, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm really trying to grow the channel, really trying to get some new content out there, but I need your guys' help to grow the channel. So hit the subscribe button down below and leave a like and a comment. And with that, we'll see you in the next one.